Well, good evening once again. Day 13 of the Biden administration. And in just 8 days, former President Trump's second impeachment trial will begin. Tonight, New York Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez told her story of her version of the January 6th riot from inside her office. We'll have more on that in just a moment. Trump has until tomorrow to file a formal response to his impeachment charge of inciting an insurrection at the Capitol on 6 January. As you may know by now, Trump lost his entire legal team over the weekend. He has since named 2 new lawyers just last night. They are David Schoen and Bruce Castor Jr. Schoen is a Georgia-based lawyer who has represented mobsters and longtime Trump advisor Roger Stone. Earlier tonight, he previewed his trial argument on Fox News.
Besides the fact that this process is completely unconstitutional and that this is a very, very dangerous road to take with respect to the First Amendment, putting at risk any passionate political speaker, which is really against everything we believe in this country, foundation of the First Amendment. But I'm going to tell you, I think it's also the most ill-advised legislative action that I've seen in my lifetime. It is tearing the country apart at a time when we don't need anything like that. I think President Biden missed a great opportunity to be a statesman and to have demanded that this thing be called off, frankly. This is the political weaponization of the impeachment process.
Meanwhile, the Biden White House is ramping up their push for the president's nearly $2 trillion COVID relief package. Tonight, the president met with 10 Republican senators who proposed a slimmed-down version of the bill. The group, which includes Senators Susan Collins and Mitt Romney, wants a $618 billion package. Their plan would provide $1,000 stimulus checks as opposed to Biden's proposal of $1,400. After the 2-hour-long meeting, it went way longer than scheduled, Senator Collins walked out of the White House and spoke to reporters.
It was a very good exchange of views. I wouldn't say that we came together on a package tonight. No one expected that in a 2-hour meeting. But what we did agree to do is to follow up and talk further at the staff level and amongst ourselves and with the president and vice president.
Earlier today, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked about tonight's meeting.
He's happy to have a conversation with them. What this meeting is not is a forum for the president to make or accept an offer. So I think that's important to convey to all of you. And his view, it remains what was stated in the statement last night, but also what he said on Friday, which is that the risk is not that it is too big. This package, the risk is that it is too small. And that remains his view, and it's one he'll certainly express today.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.